Welcome back. So recently I had a chance to speak with KUAM Behavioral Health and Wellness Center's Director, Therese Arriola, and the topic was on teen vaping and the recent ban of the FDA of Juul products. Here's more. Good afternoon, Director. Well, as you may know, the FDA has recently, ordered the e-cigarettes company Juul to pull their products off the shelves. Could you share what you know about this issue, Director?
Well, pretty much as you do. We have not gotten official notice, but CDC and often put out these things, and we hear it. We only heard about it through the news in different news stories, similar to how you folks found out. So we're very pleased, of course, because we here at Guam Behavioral Health, we're all for eliminating and making it difficult for middle and high school students to get addicted with nicotine, because nicotine is one of the hardest things to get off of. And so unfortunately, the Juul product is being marketed to the younger generation, and it is about 25% of middle and high school kids are vaping. And so that is a bad indicator for our island. And so the fact that this brand is being pulled off the shelf, or is a good indication of a healthier future for our kids. Guam Behavioral Health, of course, we have a prevention division, and we do a lot of work with the nonprofit organizations for high school and middle school students when it comes to drugs, tobacco, and addiction, and drug, tobacco, and alcohol addiction. And so this just puts forth and helps our efforts on the island. Again, 25% of middle and high school kids on the island have or are vaping. That is that's not a good thing. What COVID has taught us is that we are a very sick community with multiple issues, multiple concerns, health concerns, and COVID brought to light these things. In the early days, when we did not have vaccines, we did not have medical therapy, medication for COVID, you saw our community lose a lot of people who were fighting comorbidity, co-medical issues, and who received COVID. And so we need to get back to basics. I'm very pleased. The department's mission and its prevention staff is very pleased, because unfortunately, these products are marketed to entice young kids, and really they have a higher addiction of nicotine, which that's not how they're marketing it. So don't be fooled. Just because it looks like candy doesn't mean that it's less harmful. It's still very harmful, and it's probably more harmful because it's being marketed that it's not harmful. So we are pleased, and we will, as far as I'm concerned, um, cigarette and nicotine addiction is a learned behavior, and we can be without it, honestly. The Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center, we have tobacco cessation um, um, courses and training for people who want to stop addiction. It's very expensive these days. Think about it. And so, and it also causes a lot of things: lung disease, heart disease, respiratory issues. And again, the last 2.5 years has shown, especially with COVID, that we are a very unhealthy community, and we need to get back to being healthy.
Thank you for that, Director. So You did mention that about 24% of our island,
25%.
right? Sorry, 25%.
25% of middle and high school kids vape. Very high, high, high.
Do you
Very high percentage.
do you happen to have a breakdown of that, director? Like in terms of like maybe what does that 25% amount to? Is it like 100, maybe 500, maybe even more than that?
Well, our data comes from the Department of Education's Youth Behavioral Survey. So, the department has a 30, the school district has about 30,000, 30 plus thousand kids who are surveyed every year. So even if you take 30%, 30,000 kids, and figure out how many of those are middle and high school, I mean, even if 2/3 of that is middle and high school, and we go into 25% of that, it's still quite a bit of kids smoking when they should not be smoking.
Thank you for that, director. Well, on sticking to this topic of these e-cigarettes, is there anything more you would further like to say or add about the Juul products being pulled off shelves? And it's hit our island when it was announced. They totally stopped selling it as soon as that release came out.
And that's wonderful. Responsible business people should listen, because they could lose their license when they sell illegal products that they should. And it's we're very pleased at the department. Again, we handle everyone's addiction, and so tobacco is one of the hardest things to kick. And so when kids, again, it's a learned behavior. Adults don't just pick up the cigarette or pick up smoking when they're adults. They started when they're young. So if we nip this when people are young, there won't be adults smoking and addicted to nicotine. So we really need to nip it at the earliest age. And so we're very pleased. This helps in our, definitely goes in line with our community's preventive strategies for reducing tobacco and nicotine addiction on the island. So we're very, very pleased.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with House to Home.